Hello everyone, welcome back. I brought in this box tree to give it a little bit of a prune. When I bought this tree, I got it in a garden centre and it was in the dead or almost dead pile. It was in quite a big pot, but you literally couldn't see the tree with the amount of weeds that was in it. The weeds were growing, covering it. The tree was in a really bad shape, and I actually got it for a couple of quid to take a chance with it. I brought it home, I chopped it up here, and I took out a ton of branches, took out all the dead stuff and everything, and I repotted it. Wasn't too sure if it was going to make it, but for the price I paid for it, a couple of quid, it was worth a try. And as you can see, it seems it survives quite well. Now it's grown quite nicely. Been styling it for a couple of years now, just kind of slowly but surely reducing branches and picking branches I want. There's a few bar branches, like there's one here, this one and this one. But this is the kind of front of the tree, so it's one front, one back, so it's not too bad in that way. It's not really swelling there. Other than that, I think that's the only one here. The only other problem I have is here in the trunk. There's this root that's coming out, and if I cut it off, it makes the trunk kind of a bit narrow. Now if you can see there, I'll bring the camera in a bit closer if I can. Bear with me now while I just fix the stand a bit. You can see there on the bottom, it does have a few all around the base. There's all roots coming out, because it had quite a thick layer of moss around it. You can see now it's roots everywhere. So what I'm actually going to do is get my knife, and even though this is the front of the tree is here, is it? Yeah, this is kind of the front of the tree, so you can't really see it anyway, but even still, yeah, this is the front of the tree here. Even still, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to score the inside of this here. If I can't quite off in there, just scrape that back, and the same here. Just take a little bit of the bark off here, like that, and same in here. Might not need to do this because it is rooting from everywhere, but for the sake of it, I'm just going to score it there as well. So it's scored in the 3 places around here, like that. And then I just got a bit of rooting powder, rooting hormone. Find a little brush now, something to put it on with. So what I've got here. Here, I'll just put a bit of rooting hormone in here. Like that. Like I said, it's not that big of a deal. If it does, it doesn't take but root there, but may as well give it a try anyway, just to fill up the gap. So I've got some sphagnum moss here, which has been soaking. So I'm just going to stuff that in that gap then, like that. I'm not going to wrap it or anything, I'm just going to leave that in there and just keep it moist as much as I can. And I'll see if it's not working, then maybe I'll wrap it, but we'll see how it goes. If it stays moist, then it'll be okay. So that will hopefully fill then with root, and it'll make it a bit more solid. It's a bit kind of jotty-outy, but again, like I said, that's the back. So I'll just bring it back up here now again. So the only thing I'm going to do now is just give the tree a bit of a light pruning, just kind of a hedge pruning more so than picking up branches and stuff, because like that it's still in kind of repair mode at the moment, so I just don't want it to get too leggy. I'll keep it as tight as I can. This branch here, I think I could take this one off, alright. Little dead one in there, we'll take that one out. And this one. And yet growing kind of the wrong direction, like straight up, and we'll take out. I might build a forest with the box trees. I have been watching my videos, you'll know that I've done a box tree forest on a slab, and the main tree I don't like. It's not actually one of these kind of trees, and it's got a funny shape to it, so I may take that one out. I don't know if this one will fit on the slab or not, but I may take that main tree out and switch it for this one, or make a new forest in a part of something. A branch here along, and we're going to leave that one just to grow on, so we can kind of bring it round a bit and take all these suckers out of the tree up here. These two are kind of on the same level as well, but again they're kind of at the back, so not too bad. If I see it swelling, the trunk swelling, then maybe I'll have to think about doing something, but for now we'll leave it. Like I said, I would kind of be separating these and stuff and moving them around, but I'm not going to bother wiring anything or anything yet. I'm just going to let it fill out, strengthen up. Maybe in another few weeks, if I see that it's still growing strong, we'll bring it in and give it another little bit of a prune, and just divide up the branches a bit so they're not like this in one clump. We'll part them, and just separate the branches out so it looks like there's more branches than just pads here, there and everywhere. It'll be kind of more scattered. First thing I'll do, keep getting this as healthy as we can. Seems to be doing okay, like I said. Again, this is the reason why, one of the reasons why I started the channel, is because I have no pictures or anything of this when I got it, and to be able to look back and see what they were like when you started off, and that if you'd have seen this tree you wouldn't think it was the same tree. A few of my trees have like that. When I got them first, they were just, I'm always hunting the bargains, and they look like they're on the verge of dying, and when you bring them back, some I've lost, obviously it does not work every time, but when you do bring them back to life and you start styling them, it would be nice to have a record of when you got them, what they were like when you got them first and stuff. So at least with this way, even in a few years time, when this is a proper nice big tree, it'll be nice to look back at it now and see how sparse it is and things like that. So that's why I kind of started the channel. I used to take photographs, and but my phone was just full of thousands of photographs. So then I started getting them printed and putting them in books, but I just had too many. So then I thought, if I idea is to put them on, make videos on YouTube, then at least I can go back anytime and have a look at my trees and how they've developed since I got them. This branch here is going straight up. We want to kind of bring something like this over eventually. So where's the front? Here's the front. So again, like that, we can do a bit of wiring, but I just don't want to put any wire in it yet. So we get it to real strength, and then we'll put a little bit of wire on here and there just to where we need to, just to put it in, get the branches in roughly in the right place, because I want to try like that. There's as many trees I can with clip and grow, so that I don't have to wire trees, because when you have lots of trees and you're working, it's not easy to keep your eye on all the wiring, and it takes time to do the wiring and taking it off and all that stuff. So the more trees I can do without any wire, the better. Like that, I don't mind wiring trees, junipers, things like that, trees that really need it. I find I don't mind, but trees like this, if you can go without wiring, then I'd rather go without. And this branch here is getting a little bit long. Alright, I'm going to reduce this one back. Okay, so I think I did this branch on that. I think again, this branch is probably a little bit long. We could bring that branch back in here a bit, bring that one out like that. So for now we'll just leave it, let it grow. So like that, hopefully the roots will fill that eventually in there, and it'll just thicken up. Okay, so I'll put this on the bench, and we will bring in another tree and we'll have a look at something else. Okay, then next tree is this Japanese quince. I was going to do a bit of weeding on it, and I thought, I don't think I've shown this one on any of my videos yet, so I thought I'd just bring it in, do a bit of weeding in here, and just show you the tree. It's been kind of sitting at the top of the garden since I planted it. It's kind of a unusual. Oh, this grass is well truly embedded in. Before I weeded this, I sat it in a pot of water, a tray with water, to soak the soil, get it good and wet, and then normally the root weeds come out pretty easy. The only thing with this one is with it being on a rock, the weeds are all tangled in around the rock, so it's kind of anchoring them in. I don't think I have any chance of getting this dock leaf out and whole. He's kind of got himself underneath the rock, so he ain't gonna come out. The rest of it we can pull out easy enough. Yeah, I bought this again, another nursery stock tree, and it was kind of a crazy looking thing. It was just basically roots with shoots coming up everywhere, as you can see. You can see when the soil is wet, you pull out the weeds, they pull all the roots quite easily out of them. If this was dry, there's no way they got getting these out, instead of just break. So it's definitely worth giving your trees a soaking before you weed them. I normally either put them in a pot of water, let them soak for a little while, 10 minutes or so before I weed them, or when I'm watering them, I just stand with the hose on them and pull the weeds as I'm watering. You see that there's no way I'd have got that grass out there if it was dry. Okay, so that's it. As you can see, it's a kind of a crazy looking tree. This rock had a hole going through it here. You can see that there. You see it's got like a bridge across and a hole, and the root's gone through there and out this side and shot up again there. And it's just winding around there, all over the place around the rock. Possibly could have lifted it this year a bit, brought it out of the pot a little bit more. I've only ever chopped it once. I just chopped it back. I suppose I could probably give it a little bit of a pruning now. Take off some of these downward facing ones. As for styling, initial styling, it's obviously going to be some sort of clump style. But at the moment I'm just kind of letting it grow, letting the roots fill the pot, which it's obviously doing well. See, it's even shooting more. These weren't there, none of these when I planted it. All these are coming off the roots as well. See, there's a root coming down here and into the soil. It's coming from this tree and this tree. It's joined together there, and then one root is coming this way down, which is shooting out this one, and the other root is coming down this way, and it's got two more shoots there. So I don't know how it managed to join, the two roots joined together, but it has. It's got like this root up in the air going over to it. Yeah, so I just thought I'd bring that one in just to give you a look at that, because I don't think I've shown that one in any of my videos yet. So we'll get one more tree. Last one is this Scot Pine. Yeah, there is a Scot Pine in there. As you can see, it's a bit of a jungle. So again, I was going to weed this, put it in the pot of water just to soak it for a little while to get all the roots loose in the weeds. I don't know if it's been in long enough, but we'll see. So I'm just going to give this one a weed in, and then we'll have a look at it. Now, as you can see, I have this fern. This just grew there by itself, and I've kept it there for a long time. I just keep clipping it back, but it's really starting to get a bit big now. It's kind of getting a bit overpowering. So I'm going to clip it back again, but I might actually take it out now. It's starting to get a little bit too big for the tree. It was nice when it was a small little cute thing, but now it's starting to fill the pot. So I'm not too sure if I'm going to be able to get it out without it's well attached to the roots of the tree, I would say. Okay, so we'll leave it for this year, and I'll just try and keep it pruned back, and then next year we'll do a repot on this tree. It's due a repot anyway, and we'll separate it out then. Doesn't seem to be doing any harm to the tree. It's just getting a bit big. As you can see, it was overpowering the tree. It's starting to get its own little little thing here with all its own little plants growing on top of it and everything. Yeah, I'll just try and keep it chopped back a bit this for now, and then in the spring, or when we decide to repot the tree, we'll take it out. I'd probably keep it, put it in its own pot, make it an accent plant or something. Although it'd be a pretty big accent plant, but I'm sure we can find somewhere to put it. There's a lot of moisture being held around the trunk of the tree because it's been shadowed out by that fern, just making a lot of the moss grow on it, which is not great. And it's got quite flaky bark, this, so I don't want to scrub the moss off too hard because I'll just rub all the bark off. So I'm going to let it dry out now that the fern is chopped back. The sun will dry the moss out now and hopefully kill it off. Chop this back as much as I can. It does look kind of natural and nice when it's got small little leaves on it, but when they're taller than the tree, then that's not great. Okay, so the actual top of the tree, I'm not going to do anything with it at the moment. It's growing okay, everything's growing good. The wire's not really biting in yet. There's a dead branch there. Oh, it's not all dead, there's a bud back there. I'll take it back there. Other than that, seems okay. Could reduce this. Couple of branches here. See the back of it, it's not getting as much sun because that fern was shading all this out. So now at least we got rid of the fern. This can all start getting a bit of sun on it again. Okay, that'll do for this video. Just I was going to say a quick one, but it ended up quite a long one. Just showing you a few of the trees while I was weeding them. May as well show them if I'm going to be weeding them. So, as always guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, all that stuff, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.